When it comes to playing video games, I will always prefer playing on a console.
PC Master Race!
Who are you?
PC cheaper, PC games cheaper, PC lasts longer, PC better, PC has mods!
Ooh, so I could like mod it to have infinite lives in like Hollow Knight or something?
Blasphemy! PC mods for quality of life, like changing pride flags.
Oh, hold on. I can't hear you. I think my laptop's rendering a video. I'm your cool Uncle Marissa, and I think it might be time for me to build a PC. I did the build all in one day. I didn't record it. I was sick for like a month straight, and then I recently had a tooth extraction of a baby tooth that's been with me all my life at this point. If you've been paying attention to my videos, you could have seen the baby tooth getting pushed forward more and more. You freak. Why were you looking at my mouth? In the midst of all that, I didn't really feel like filming it, but I saved everything to show you guys. This was my first time building a PC. I actually haven't had a desktop for personal use since middle school, maybe? Yeah, middle school, because from there it was just laptops. I actually went to college with a netbook. That little guy gave me all he could. I do not know how it ran Photoshop. So I've been talking about building a PC for quite a while, especially if you know me personally. That while will have been extended by quite a long time. And I have had a very specific vision that's shifted, and just generally I have never had the space to justify a computer. So you guys are actually the reason that I was like, heck, I think I need to build a PC. The last couple of laptops I've had have cost me a lot of money, and the obsolescence that comes with a laptop and the inability to really upgrade it yourself has definitely gotten me frustrated as someone who has become increasingly interested in reducing my e-waste and also being able to upgrade and maintain things. Starting point for me was compactability. There's micro form factor computers. I actually have one that fits in the palm of my hand. We use it as our jellyfin server, but that's not going to be powerful enough to run something like DaVinci and render my videos. And obviously my laptop wasn't keeping up anymore, which is why I'm saying it's for you guys. So then I got into the world of small form factor PCs, and that was really interesting. For a few minutes was very hung up on the idea of a sleeper build and getting, something completely bizarre or super old from the 90s or something, and shoving a new computer in that, etc., etc. But what I ultimately ended up settling on was a SFF time case that fits a full-size GPU. Because ultimately I did want a more powerful PC, and so I think going for a mini ITX style PC case was maybe not going to be the best idea. And so over the months I started gathering all the parts, buying them secondhand, buying them on sale, and then Cooler Master announced their products for sort of mid-late 2023, I think, and something that I saw in the promo images that really caught my eye was a new PC case, the Qube 500. Now this was fascinating to me and exciting to me for a lot of reasons, because first off, the pastel colors absolutely match my aesthetic with the case I was going to get. It was just in black or white, and it's basically kind of a pegboard, and I'm kind of obsessed with pegboards. If I could cover all my walls in pegboards, I would, but that also sounds like a nightmare. I also heard details about the price, and it sounded like it was going to be half to a third of what the SFF time case was going to be, and I thought that would reduce one more barrier to entry for me building this PC. Now I am still interested in one day transferring things from this case into an SFF time case, because it's just so nice and slim, and again, space is such a constraint for me, but this can absolutely hold me over for so long, and it's a treat to look at. So I'm going to show you what went in it. My girlfriend was like, please please make this video so we can recycle these boxes. And I agree with her. I'm gonna show you the boxes for the things, and then we're gonna see the thing that they became. For the motherboard, I went with this guy, the MSI Pro B760MA with Wi-Fi built in and DDR4. I didn't really want to pay the markup for DDR5. I felt like 4 is fine, and this just really seemed like the best bang for the buck. And because it is a smaller motherboard, this will very easily transition if I do end up going with a smaller case one day. I actually don't use the Wi-Fi as of right now, so that's where I could potentially have saved a little bit of money, but you never know when it might come in handy. So, and for the CPU, oh gosh, here come the haters. Oh God, no. Let me explain. The reason I couldn't go with AMD is because I'm freaking building this computer for video editing, plus other things, but DaVinci Resolve just plays better with Intel, and I prefer DaVinci, okay? So please, put down your pitchforks. Anyway. This is the Intel i5 13600. What? How do you say it? 13600? 1300? 136,000? 136000? Okay. Okay. I heard that this was a very good option for if you're going for a not so new, not the most recent CPU, but you still want great performance. It seemed to benchmark really well, and I missed the best price it was at Micro Center. Micro Center was like, yeah, we're not restocking it at all ever again. After missing the Micro Center sale, I was so mad at myself, but I found that I could get it really cheap from Newegg TikTok shop. And I didn't know TikTok had shops. I haven't actually been on TikTok in quite a while. But I guess, you know, every social media site seems to have a shop integrated into it now. So it's not a huge surprise, but also the deal sounded too good to be true. And I did some Googling, and the only things I could find were angry Redditors who are, you know, like, China's gonna take all my information. Only America can sell my information to China. So I figured I'd try it. And yeah, it's genuine, it works, it's great. And the experience with TikTok Shop was pretty smooth too. And then we have RAM, the DDR4 RAM, Dance Dance Revolution. Please pretend that they're in here. But they're not, but pretend. So this is 2 sticks of 16. I would have loved to do 64, but you know, again, just going with the minimum that can hold me over, and 32 was just that. These are really nice. They don't have any annoying RGB on, which is fantastic. Sorry, gamers. And they were a really good price at Micro Center as well. In terms of memory, we are running a little bit thin, but I think that for the beginning of the lifespan of a computer where I haven't really thrown too much in it, this is sufficient. It's just a 1 terabyte M2 SSD stick, and hopefully I will get another one of these and actual drive in the future and install those as well. Pretend I have 2 of these. The Noctua NF-A1225. This was a fan that I got full price, and it's a fan that would also fit into a smaller case. You know, we're still thinking of that. That's still important. And yeah, they're really nice, really quiet. I don't know, I can't really say anything more on them, but everything everyone says about this fan being great is true. I got 2 of them for case fans, and I did leave the stock case fan in the PC case as well, but I would like to ultimately get another one of these guys and replace that too. Okay, and then for the CPU cooler, I have the big shuriken. Sorry. This one I bought secondhand very early on. This is a staple among the SFF computer community. I grabbed this for that reason. I could have gone up and gotten something bigger for this PC case in particular, but this is what I had, and so far it seems to be working great. So I don't really want to replace it. The biggest box of all, the power supply. This is the Thermal Take Tough Power GF3 850 watts with a 10-year warranty. That's important. This is great. It's great. It wasn't what I initially had on my PC part picker list, but it was on sale. It had really good reviews, and yeah, why not? So anyway, to cut down on the cost while also using quality parts. Last but not least, the one you probably have been waiting for because they seem to be the most contentious, the GPU. I did a lot of research on GPUs, especially because this was getting to be around the time that the 4080, 4070, etc. were coming out. And again, you know, the don't get NVIDIA, don't get Intel kind of thing. But again, it's the video editor, guys. But eventually I settled on a either 3070 Ti or a 3060 Ti. I was keeping an eye on eBay, and it's also really hard because there's just so much of the people selling mined GPUs now, which a lot of people are transparent about it, but a lot of people aren't. And being especially someone who this is my first build, I didn't want to take any risks and mess up, because when you're doing something for the first time, you know, it can be hard to differentiate between user error and product defects. So I didn't want to put myself in that situation. But in the midst of all that, my friend told me her husband is upgrading his PC and I could just have his old GPU. So there's really good people out there, and thank you so much, you guys. That's just so sweet. And yeah, we ended up with this guy. He's too big for the frame. A 3060 Ti, and it works. I like the size as well. I know the newer GPUs are really big. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know how fair it is to put the price here, so I'll do two different equations for if you have a very kind and lucky situation versus if I had bought it. All right, so here we have the build case. I hope you're as proud of the color combo as I am. This actually came out to $28 with a Amazon Store Prime card offer thing, but it goes for $99 regularly. I gotta say, it looks pretty good, and the cable management on it is also really nice and really clean. And of course, you gotta have a couple of little freaks inside your case. We've got two USB, USB-C, and a 3.5mm jack in the front. On the back is where like all the plugs are, obviously. And most importantly, you can still get a little bit of a view at the little freaks. Now, in case you missed it, this is a pegboard, which means that it does come with a couple of accessories. I forgot my camera has image stabilization, and I didn't ask anyone for help. But anyway, you can actually download STL files and 3D print stuff for it too, which is super cool. And I definitely plan to do that with the help of PCBWay. They actually did a contest on Printables, and I absolutely just love some of these. There's so much creativity and community around this case. Some of the stuff is just super aesthetic, some of it's actually functional, and it's all just really creative and really fun. So you know, if nothing else, kudos to Cooler Master for making such a creative case. It's really, really fascinating and a lot of fun. Now, in case you are curious about the total price, for me, it came out to a little under $800 before taxes. And if you were to make this and you shopped around for the best prices, I think you could do this for around $1,200 before taxes if you are starting from scratch. Also, stick around to the end of this video for a big announcement. It's at the very end. I'm so sorry. That is it. That's it. That's all that went into it. I didn't realize people considered monitors and keyboards and peripherals as part of like a PC build, but I'm not gonna consider that because I already had a monitor for playing games, and I have mechanical keyboards because that's my hobby. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's a really pretty build. It doesn't have any RGB in it that I'm gonna be kept awake by. I wish it had more USB ports, but at the same time, it's pretty far from my desk, so I have had to get a USB hub, a powered USB hub anyway, to route that towards my desk. So, it has a lot of HDMI ports. I don't know how many screens I'm expected to have. I also miss optical drives. There's that like post that we used to be able to feed them things. So I have an external DVD drive taking up space on my desk. It could be in the case, but no. So there you have it. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think of it. Comments that I would love to hear are things like, wow, that is so cute. I love the color scheme. I want to hear stuff like, wow, Meowth and Pikachu are so cute in there, and you did good. What I don't want to hear is mean stuff, because I'm not going to go out and buy new things. But also, if you do say mean stuff, that's engagement. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want to send a big thank you to my December Ko-fi supporters. Big shout out to Ninja Church, Ryan L, Complex Milk, Chillwatt, Trin Nguyen, Windsucker, Autumn, Tom, Tim Bolognius, and Gonzalo. You guys help make this happen, and it means a lot. And on that note, we have a Discord now. So how do you get in? The way to get in is it's currently kind of going to be closed. So there will be a listing in my Ko-fi shop to pay what you want to get access to the Discord. I'll send you a link as an invitation, and you'll get a cute little role that you're an uncle in training, just as a thank you for joining early. If you have donated to my Ko-fi at any time in the past, I will contact you with an invite link as well, because you supported me, so I want you to be there. I'd love to get feedback on what you'd like to see in it, what channels, things like that, because I want it to be a fun space for everyone. Also, huge thank you to everyone who helped make my birthday wonderful. I thought maybe I would get like a couple of bottles of Flux, but you guys emptied out that wish list. So thank you so very much to Just Jags, Ryan, Nerdloft Gaming, Julia Bo David. That's all one person. I am super excited to play both Moon and Mario Wonder. The little hot plate will help me so much keep my tiny 2 fingers warm, as well as my cat's paws, toe beans, but also most importantly to help me with building some big projects that I wanted to for a while. The Game Boy Pocket Color with the brand new PCB, as well as Froggo Custom's new Froggy Boy Color. Go check that out if you haven't seen it already. Just look up Froggo Customs on YouTube. I am also super grateful for the soldering iron stand and the Flux. That will help me so much as well. I had a really shitty soldering iron stand that kept tipping over, which defeats the purpose. And finally, the soldering fan is going to be a boon to my lifespan, because for some reason I just don't buy myself things that will help with the longevity of my biological function. But I can finally stop inhaling lead. Well, I have gone on long enough. I adore all of you, and I am so grateful that you are here and will continue to hang out with me in 2024. Do not forget that you are always welcome at Cool Uncle's house, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.